Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to day 2 of the Masters World Cup 2024. We are here at Hartley VP Cricket Club Stadium as we look at New Zealand and Australia facing off in the first match of the day. It's partly cloudy in the sky. Weather degrees is just 15 degrees Celsius, and the maximum for today is 21 degrees. This will hold a lovely day for us, full of beautiful hockey being played. Hope you stay tuned and enjoy the day with us. And that was New Zealand with the opportunity inside the circle, just missing to the left side post and giving Australia the opportunity to make a play now on the attack. And Australia just not getting the pass off to the person she wants. And New Zealand with a beautiful attacking opportunity now inside the 23 of Australia. And great defense by Australia. Umpire blows the whistle. Umpire says that is deemed dangerous. Just remember, anything above the knee height will be called dangerous and will be a free to the defense. And now New Zealand inside the 23 of Australia. Umpire saw something and blew it out. And now New Zealand with the ball in hand. And Australia gets the overturn, takes it quickly. Just can't get the pass off to a companion on the field. Still wins the free hit. And now Australia pressing very high. Slight breeze in the air. But you can feel the energy on the field, both these teams coming to win. And day 2 is most probably one of the most crucial days to win your match as you go into the final stages of the playoffs in the pool stages. And Australia still with the ball, attacking the 23 of New Zealand. And Australia with good composure inside the D. Keeper with a great clearance. And the umpire says there was a foot inside of the Australian player. And it will be a 16 out for New Zealand. Umpire not taking any stick tackles today. And a short corner awarded to Australia. Umpire making the correct call there. New Zealand knows it. As Australia huddles at the top of the circle, discussing what they are going to do. And New Zealand in the box, wondering and pondering on what is Australia going to do. And it's Australia with the injection. And a great stick save from New Zealand on the line, denying Australia from the goal. Great hockey on display today here at VP Cricket Club. And now Australia with an attacking opportunity inside the circle of New Zealand. The umpire giving the free hit to New Zealand. As the captain of New Zealand will start play for us, Winston Guard. Exceptional player she is. And now Australia on the counter attack. Can they get something from this? New Zealand says no. If you just joined in, welcome to Cape Town City. We are here at VP Cricket Club in South Africa, and we are off with the first game between New Zealand and Australia. As we just stopped time to make a ball change. We've seen that quite a lot throughout this tournament. And the umpire giving free to New Zealand. Australia now on the counter attack, getting the pass through the line. And great defense by New Zealand, just breaking it down inside the 23 so that Australia can't attack the circle. And Australia playing it all the way back. Looking like they're playing a back three now. Very attacking strategy they have. As umpire says it was stick, and now it's New Zealand on the counter attack. And New Zealand shoots. Great save by the keeper, diving to the right hand side. Another beautiful save. Keeper keeping Australia in the game. New Zealand still with ball in hand. Umpire blowing a whistle for a foot. And New Zealand just giving the ball away to the way for Australia. Not connecting the passes. In this level of hockey, the team with the most endurance and most discipline will win the game. Remember that when we come to the fourth quarter, as the umpire gives a loud whistle now, just telling the players to calm down. We just spoke about discipline. Discipline can cost you the game. Some good skill being shown to us by the Australian players. And now New Zealand on the counter attack. Australia having good composure inside their own 23. A huge thank you to our sponsors for the Masters World Cup tournament. City of Cape Town, Blue Car Rentals and Southern Sun making this possible. Brought to you live by ES Live Media. If it wasn't for them, this tournament and this stream would not be possible, as we watch Australia now on the attack. As New Zealand just breaks it down in the middle of the playing field. And Australia entering the circle now. And a short corner awarded by the umpire for backstick. New Zealand not trying to query the umpire's decision. And Australia again setting up very quickly at the top of the circle. And they have two castles, a slip on the left and a runner on the right. What are we going to see? And Australia still with the ball, just misses right off that far post. It's a tough angle to score from. Only 2% of goals come from that angle. Taking the chance, just missing. And now it's New Zealand on the attack now on the right hand side. Entering the 23. Can't find the player and Australia has a man up. But well defended by New Zealand. And Australia just taking their time setting up, getting players up, numbers in the circle. And Australia overturns that ball, huge opportunity. And they score! Australia with the goal, taking this game to a 1-0 lead over New Zealand. It was Kelly Nicholson scoring the goal for Australia. just finishing that last touch they needed to get the ball over the line into the backboard of the goal box, as New Zealand has opportunity now. And they are awarded the short corner. Can New Zealand come back and put the pressure back onto the Aussies? This is the first short corner for New Zealand. It's an unknown for Australia. Setting up with two castles, runner on the left and a runner on the right. They inject. She shoots, and a great save by the keeper, deflecting it into the foot of the New Zealand player for a free hit out. Can see the keeper is energetic about that. And New Zealand now attacking the 23 of Australia. Australia just clearing the ball out, but New Zealand still with ball in hand. And a good pass to connect to a player. Just mistraps that ball going into the air, into no man's land. Giving Australia the 16-yard free hit out. And that is the first quarter done. Australia leading 1-0 over New Zealand in the first match of today. Spectacular hockey being played here at Western Province Cricket Club in the mother city of South Africa, Cape Town. As we take a quick 2-minute break just for the players to take a quick water and the coaches to just tell them what's on their minds. As we are ready to start the match again in the second quarter. The umpires just sorting out the radios to have clear communication between the two. It's all smiles around the field. That's what makes this game so special. It does not matter if you're down or if you are up. This game is fun, and you can still have a laugh on the field as well as off the field. Umpire giving the free hit to the way of New Zealand. And New Zealand taking it all the way back, letting their players realign, setting up for the counter. And Australia with good defense at the back. New Zealand just can't seem to get that gap through the Australian defense to get into the circle. And a 16 for New Zealand. Can they make a play here to get through the Australian defense? It looks like they can. And now New Zealand with the attacking opportunity, going into the circle. And Australia just staying composed and getting that ball out. Now Australia on the counter attack. And great defense by New Zealand. Umpire with a loud whistle. There was a stick block involved in that tackle. For you that don't know what a stick block is, it's when a player uses the stick to protect the ball so that the defending player can't tackle the ball, which is not allowed, as you are not allowed to protect the ball with your body as well, which will be obstruction called against you. And now Australia trying to get through, and they do. Entering the 23 now. And it will be a line ball for Australia inside the attacking 23. Can they get an outcome? And umpire calling for a stick tackle. And Australia getting the ball into the circle, just not finding a pass onto our own player. The two neighboring countries fighting against each other here on the 13th of October. And umpire giving a loud whistle, telling the players to stop the stick tackling. Great management from the umpires, being strict from the get-go. And now New Zealand with an attacking opportunity. Just staying calm, trying to get the passes off. And Australia with a very composed defense, just waiting for the attacking player to make a mistake so that they can benefit from it. Umpire saying that lift was dangerous from her perspective above the knee. And Australia on a counter attack now. They have numbers up. Can they get something out of this counter attack? No, they can't. And now Australia again with the attack into the 23 of New Zealand. As they drive the right baseline and get the short corner. Perfectly executed on the baseline drive. Just getting the foot of the New Zealand player for upgrade short corner. Captain of New Zealand just asking the umpire for infringement that happened just before that. Umpire says no. As Australia goes for the short corner, but well defended by New Zealand, keeping the ball out and gives him another chance to stay in this game. Score is only 1-0 to Australia. And this is only the second quarter. More than 30 minutes still left in this game. And this can get very interesting if New Zealand can score in the next few minutes. And Australia switching the channels from the left hand side to the right hand side. Intercepted by New Zealand. As Australia falls back into a half court press. And it is New Zealand on the attack, winning the free hit. Can they get an outcome? Short corner goal. Still New Zealand with the ball inside the 5 yards. But the umpire sees the foot, gives it the free hit out for Australia. And now New Zealand with the attacking opportunity. Umpire just calling a stick tackle there. She says it's not intentional. And it's still the Australian women in the lead. Just playing the ball at the back, trying to get through the defense. And now they attack. But it's denied by the New Zealand defense. And umpire deeming that dangerous tackle was good, but the ball lifted into the player's body. Now, New Zealand, great save by the keeper. Exceptional work. Quick thinking, quick feet from the keeper of Australia. Keeping the score 1-0, denying New Zealand of the goal. And a long corner will be taken. New Zealand still with the attacking opportunity inside the circle. And Australia still very calm and composed as they were throughout the whole match. New Zealand just getting a little bit of circle fright, not knowing what to do in the circle. Now over here to the left hand side. Umpire saying the New Zealand player was not 5. And a free hit for Australia in the attacking 23. And now Australia with a deflection onto target and just a tap in for the goal. Kelly Nicholson with a second goal of this match, making the score 2-0 against New Zealand, showing their neighboring country what they are made of, and they're not gonna stand down. Umpire calling an obstruction call there by Australia. And Australia with the interception. The counter-attack is on. But the captain of New Zealand, well defended, trying to get that ball out. And it's Australia again with the baseline. Australia attacking the circle now. And the player just missing the ball, hitting the stick into the shin of the New Zealand player, making it dangerous, giving a free hit out to New Zealand. And now Australia again on the counter attack. New Zealand can't seem to find the options they want. And Australia going down the left hand side, entering the circle but denied by the captain. The captain of New Zealand having a great game so far. And there's a reason why she's captain, is to lead the team. The umpire picks up the physicality in the circle, gives a free hit out to New Zealand. And it's again Australia on the attack. As the captain of New Zealand gets a free hit. Forward team. As they just play around with the ball at the back, trying to create a gap inside the Australian defense line. But New Zealand can't seem to manage the attacking play as Australia leads into halftime 2-0. 2 goals for Nicholson. Can she make it a hat-trick? I guess only time will tell. We'll be back in 5 minutes as they take a quick water break, and we'll see you again. Greetings from Cape Town City at VP Cricket Club. Australia and New Zealand back onto the pitch, ready to start the second half of this match. Australia leading 2-0 with exceptional plays and very good defense. But it looks like New Zealand came out to switch things up. Will Australia break the 2-0 trap where they are in? Umpire telling the Australian player exactly where she wants the ball. And it's Australia still with 3 at the back. Very aggressive attacking style from the Australians as they enter the 23 now. Getting a free just outside the circle. They get a shot off and a long corner is given to Australia. Now New Zealand overturning that ball. New Zealand trying the long ball, but failing to succeed. And now the captain of Australia passing the ball into the circle, and a great shot just to the left hand side. That shot was on target, would have gone into the net. And now Australia inside the 23 of New Zealand, not staying composed as they were in the beginning of this match. As we have bodies falling around, making this game very interesting. You can see the aggression in the players. As the umpire just checks on the Australian if she is okay. And the ball going through the defense line of Australia. New Zealand just not getting the touch to stop it. And now Australia again with ball in hand, looking like a beautiful counter attack as they go into the circle. Controls the ball beautifully. And New Zealand getting the free hit on the right hand side of the pitch. On their right hand side. Playing the ball back. Having a structure of 3 at the back, but 2 fetches that does not push up, but just bounces the ball back and connects to the links. As you can see, New Zealand switching the channels to try and go down the left hand side, but intercepted by the Aussie. And Australia with the opportunity to counter. Some beautiful hockey being played here at Western Province Cricket Club in the mother city of South Africa, Cape Town. The city of good hope. And I can tell you, hope is certainly on Australia's side. And keeper clearing that ball to the right hand side, and it's New Zealand with a counter attack opportunity. The umpire says she saw something. And it's again Australia attacking the 23 of New Zealand, but New Zealand being composed. It seems like New Zealand is busy disrupting the Australian team in the offense, getting to the ball before Australia can. Umpire giving a loud whistle, a double blow to give a card, and she awards a green card. The Australian captain receiving a green card for a breakdown tackle. Prue Blaine. And New Zealand, they score! Making the score 2-1. The umpire just stopping time. Australia querying whether there was an infringement beforehand or not. And umpire sticking to a decision. New Zealand coming back from behind. Does seem like Australia did fall into the 2-0 trap. It's only a goal difference of 1 now in the third quarter of this match. It's getting alive. You can feel the energy on the field here in the commentary box. And New Zealand should have the momentum on their side now as they get a free hit awarded to them. Umpire says there was a bag of stick. And New Zealand attacking the 23 of Australia. And a free hit awarded for a foot just inside the 23 area. Good defense from the Australian players. And New Zealand with ball in hand, attacking down the right hand side of the field. And a free hit awarded in the favor of New Zealand. Player needs to move far for the ball before she can enter the D, and a short corner. An upgrade short corner for New Zealand, giving them another opportunity to equalize against the Aussies. As the captain of New Zealand setting up at the first castle. But can Australia keep the ball out? It's going to the captain, going for the deflection, and just barely misses at the far post. What a great short corner it was. Good variation, just not executed perfectly. And Australia gets a free hit for stick tackle made by New Zealand. As I said at the beginning of this match, discipline will lose you the game. Players needs to be disciplined on the field, not making any stick tackles, not using the body to infringe another player. But New Zealand with the momentum now. I don't know what the coach said, but it worked. And New Zealand just playing with the ball, trying to get the gap inside the defense of Australia. And now Australia overturns the ball and they counter attack. As the captain of New Zealand regaining the ball. Umpire says there was a back off stick from O'Connell. And Australia getting the foot they wanted. Can they make something happen in the next few minutes left of this quarter? Or will New Zealand come back? Good overhead by a New Zealand player, just not getting it onto the stick of a teammate. And now Australia with a counter attack. Just a bit of contact there between the goalkeeper of New Zealand and the player of Australia. And now New Zealand with the ball in hand, trying to attack, but overturned by Australia. As there's a great tackle made by Australia with a counter attack now into the circle. And a long corner being shown by the umpire. And New Zealand staying composed in their circle, getting the ball out. And you can hear the communication on the field. And New Zealand trying to find a gap between the Australian lines. Just a line ball for Australia, attacking now. Looking to switch the play to the left hand side. And now Australia attacking the 23 of New Zealand. Can they get an outcome? Umpire gives a loud whistle. Free just inside the 23-meter area. And it's Australia. Full press on New Zealand, trying to put the pressure on them. New Zealand, with great defense, keeps that ball out of the circle. As it is overturned and smacked down the line to bring us to the third quarter break. Score is 2-1 in the favor of Australia. Does New Zealand have the endurance and power to come back? Will Australia emerge victorious? We'll find out in about 17 minutes, as we have a 2-minute break now for the players to take a quick water break. We'll be back.
Masters hockey players, want to get selected and perform in national and international tournaments? My name is Lauren Penny, international hockey player and coach. And over the last 10 years, I've helped close to 1,000 hockey players to do just that. And now, I want to help you. So I've put together a free training video called The 4 Ways to Modernize Your Game, available at themodernhockeyplayer.com. Inside the video, you're going to discover how to stay competitive, confident and injury-free as you get older, so that you get selected and excel in national and international masters teams. Get instant access at themodernhockeyplayer.com.
And a good overturn by the New Zealand player. Looking for the counter-attack, looking for options. And gets a support. And New Zealand playing it back just to realign their players into their formation so they can break through the Australian defense. And now on the attack goes New Zealand. They play it back around to the right hand side of the field, switching the channels, disrupting the Australian defensive line. New Zealand attacking the 23 of Australia, getting the ball into the circle. And New Zealand with a chance and a short corner. Umpiring saying there was a backstick involved by the Australian players. That's what the short corner is for. Australia not happy with the call, but the umpire is likely not to change the decision as the New Zealand captain sets up again at the first castle. Are they going to do a straight poke, drag, or variation? Let's find out. And it's New Zealand with the injection. Australia quick out of the blocks and well defended by the first wave, but the rearward short corner. Australia with good reaction time to get out of the goal box to top D to stop that shot from happening. And New Zealand still with the same setup at the short corner. And New Zealand having another chance, just missing it. Umpire stopping time. Not sure what happened there. Umpire just having a chat with the Australian players. And a good tackle by the New Zealand player, but Australia taking it quick. And New Zealand with great defense, playing the ball out wide, shifting from the one side, and umpire with a double blow, another card coming. A green card for Lindy Colferwell, and another card being shown to the New Zealand player. And yet another green card, both for the same incident. And New Zealand player off for 2 minutes off the field. Sarah O'Connell. Umpire just saying was a bad stick tackle. And Australia now on the attack into the 23 of New Zealand. Just can't find the passing option. Connecting to our own player. And now the New Zealand with great defense, but Australia getting through the gaps of the defensive line running the baseline, and a good tackle by New Zealand. Going onto the ground, putting the body on the line for her country. And it's Australia with a chance, and a great save by the keeper, just deflecting it to her left hand side. New Zealand in the corner, trying to force a foot, but Australia with good composure managed to overturn that ball, but hit it over the baseline for 16 yards. And New Zealand not pressing very high at the moment. Australia full on the attack as they want to score another goal to secure a safe and comfortable lead going into the final minutes of this match. New Zealand wanting to score another goal to equalize against the Australians. And a good tackle by New Zealand. And Australia now on the attack, and a stroke awarded. Keeper taking out the Australian player. Can Australia make the score 3-1 to secure a comfortable lead over New Zealand? Keeper deciding to go to the ground and just mistiming a tackle, taking out the Australian player. And the pressure on the New Zealand keeper now. She needs to save this to keep her team in the game. And she does! Australia under pressure. Keeper clearing the ball out, as the scores will stay 2-1 for Australia. And now Australia overturning that ball from the attack of New Zealand. And Australia getting into space. They have options. But New Zealand with great defense just can't control the ball. And New Zealand on the attack now. Just gone to the 23 area of Australia. And Australia now with the confidence on their side. But New Zealand not giving up, still fighting for the goal they want. Umpire says play on, as Australia still have the ball, but now it's overturned to New Zealand, just giving the ball away. New Zealand with a counter attack, getting into the 23 of Australia. Can they get an outcome? Maybe a goal or a short corner. Australia will deny them of getting into the circle. As the umpire says, touch it back off the New Zealand player's stick. Australia playing slow and simple at the back, trying to open spaces up in the defense line of New Zealand, but an overturn. And New Zealand seeming to fall under a bit of pressure now with the scoreboard against them. New Zealand not connecting their passes to their teammates. New Zealand with a very high press now, trying to disrupt the attacking play from Australia. But Australia doing well there on the left hand side to get the free hit awarded to them. New Zealand with great defense keeps the ball out of the circle. And Australia having the ball in hand in their own 23, but New Zealand coming with a big press, forcing the Australian players to make a mistake. But Australia keeping calm. Now New Zealand again on the attack. It's not finding a player to pass the ball. New Zealand entering the 23 and a short corner awarded to New Zealand. Can they equalize? As we go into the critical stages of this match, where endurance will come into factor. Is Australia getting tired? Is New Zealand getting tired? New Zealand with the injection, going into the circle, well defended by the Australians, keeping the ball out of the goal box. New Zealand keeping the ball in play, and a free hit awarded to New Zealand, to Australia. My apologies. Great defense by the Aussies, making their country proud at the moment. Again, Aussies go into the circle of New Zealand and maybe get another goal. And New Zealand getting the free hit awarded to them. It is now or never. They need to push all the way. And Australia with a half-court press. New Zealand with a full-court press. And Australia defending for their lives at the moment. A long corner awarded to New Zealand. New Zealand getting the ball into the circle. Australia appealing to get the free hit. They did. And it will be Australia turning with a turnover, getting into space, trying to play it quick, but the umpire says no. The free hit is outside the 23, which means they can go direct if they want to. And that is the end of the game. Australia will win this match 2-1. As they go on to the next match. Hope you enjoyed the match with us. Greetings here from Cape Town City at Western Province Cricket Club. Stay tuned for more games and I'll see you next time.